Rocket Nation? Welcome back to another podcast episode. Today I'm here joined by my co-host, Brody Osberg.
Howdy.
And Matthew Brady.
How's it going?
And today we're going to be talking about what's going on with the week. We got an exciting week this week with some baseball updates. Coach Kimball reportedly said, quote for quote, that last week was the best week that Union Baseball has ever had in history. So that's an exciting week for Union Baseball. We also have his 400th win. And, yeah, that's an impressive feat. 400th win. Good job, Coach Kimball. But then we got some other things we're going to about softball, track, and prom coming up, too. So we got prom on Saturday. So exciting week. So let's get into it.
All right, Matt, what's going on in softball?
So softball has played 2 games this week. They played against Prairie Central. They beat them. They played against Uni High. They beat them. And then next they have St. Thomas tomorrow.
And Uni High is really good.
Yeah.
Big school.
Yep.
All right, great auction. What happened?
All right, recap of the great auction, Matt. What do we got?
So there was these Cane's chicken tenders. I think it was about 50 of them. And there was a sheet of bread. And it went for about $850.
$850?
This is the highest selling item
Jeez.
of the year.
Wow.
And allegedly the highest selling item ever.
Well,
But
wait. That's not the highest selling item ever because Coach Reeds, he had his brisket one year go for $1,000, which is
for
crazy.
Split
up, but
Yeah.
$1,000 for a brisket.
And so this year they raised about a total of $7,000, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of fun things that happened.
Yeah.
There was a bags tournament, which was pretty cool.
Yep.
That's a new thing.
There's a lot of games this year too, so that was exciting.
Yeah, they've definitely focused more into the games because the auction has kind of not been as long as it has in the past few years.
Yeah.
So, way to keep us out of class. Just play more games and you still make money. You still donate to join the games.
Yep.
So it's still a way to make money. Still
Yep.
part of the auction. All right. Obviously we got prom Saturday. I know it's if you haven't got a ticket yet, I don't think you can get one. But juniors and seniors, I mean, if you have a date, you can take an underclassman. But show up on Saturday, and most importantly, be respectful. Represent your school well. Don't be an idiot. If you're taking your grandpa's sports car, don't rev it in the parking lot. If you're taking a nice,
Wait, Brody, didn't you say that's exactly what you wanted to do?
No.
I remember reportedly Brody saying that he's going to take his grandpa's sports car and rev it in the parking
If you
lot.
have one, don't do that. And it's at the I Hotel. If you didn't know where it is, it's I think at about 7, somewhere around that. So yeah, just most importantly, don't be an idiot. Represent your school well.
Yeah.
People see that stuff and then they look at Unity differently if you represent them bad.
Yeah.
Also tonight, the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
The inductees are Dean Chestnut, who founded a company and was on the Unit 7 board. Dr. Joe Thomas, who is a professor, and he wrote 2 books, and he hosted a podcast himself, or he has one, and it's very successful, so that's good for him. And then also the entire Lutz family from Old Orchard, all those people, they're all Unity alums. They've ran a very successful business. They've attracted people from all over. I mean, Dave Portnoy, the father of Barstool Sports, came there and rated their pizza, and he gave it a really good grade. I think a 7.5 out of 10, which is for him
down the lane.
For him is good. So I mean, one of the most successful businesses in the Champaign area, probably the most successful in Savoy. So yeah, that's what's going on too.
Exciting. And also, just a quick touch up again on baseball. Coach Kimball with 400 wins. What a achievement. Congrats, Coach Kimball. I saw. It's just. We'll be right back. It's just such an important event. And I walk into PE today, and we have 2 boxes of cookies for Coach Kimball that say 400 wins.
He probably wanted to hear it twice.
What?
He probably wanted to hear it twice.
So Coach Kimball got that on there twice for you. We didn't say anything wrong this time.
All right, I got a trivia question for y'all, and since all 3 of us are Unity football players, what year and what game did Coach Hamilton get his 250th win? What year and what game? So like against who?
Oh, I know the year.
What was the year, Matt?
2021.
Yep, that was the year.
Was it in the playoffs in 2021?
No.
Okay, regular season. Was it against St. Joe? That'd be impressive.
Was it at home?
Yes.
I'm going to take a guess at it and say something like Prairie Central.
Yep, it's Prairie Central.
It was Prairie Central. How did you know?
It was week 1 Prairie Central.
Matt looked it up. He definitely looked this up. Holy cow!
I just took a guess.
Maybe 2021. Maybe Prairie Central.
If you
I
did
knew
the math,
2021.
If you did the math, it was 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, it was week 1 Prairie Central. The opening home opener.
I knew it was 2021. I did not know it was Prairie Central.
We gotta stop cheating on our trivia.
That was a total guess.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
All right, I got a hot take for y'all.
Sorry that you're not good at trivia.
I got a hot take for y'all. Subway, even though it's kind of got a bad rep, I think it's better than Jimmy John's. Because I don't like Jimmy John's bread. I hate it. Subway's bread is.
Subway does
tolerable.
have that flatbread too. They have multiple options. I agree with that.
I will say Subway, the service isn't great. They're usually slow. Tolono's closed because
it's
health
issues.
Yeah. It's definitely got a worse reputation than Jimmy John's. It's more clean, more better. But also Jimmy John's one time, this could have just been who was making it or whatnot. It gave my mom food poisoning.
Jimmy John's?
Yes. That was the last time I went there. I'm not saying that it does that, but I don't know.
Well, I actually agree with this one. I really like myself a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, I do like Subway, and I don't know, they always put more mayo on my sandwich.
Yeah,
it's Jimmy
it's
John's
good.
barely put the same mayo.
Yeah. All right, Matt, what's your hot take?
So my hot take is that college sports, mainly college basketball, is better than the NBA, just because it's more entertaining to watch. These are young kids that are mainly playing for national titles and not in the NBA playing, like traveling when they don't call it.
100%.
I agree.
Guarantee
I
that is. I don't even think that's a hot take. That is 100%.
Yeah, I would say old NBA.
Yeah.
Would be better, but NBA now is
now 80s, 90s NBA.
Yeah.
That was peak time. I mean, especially here in Illinois with Michael Jordan with the Bulls.
Yeah.
That was fun.
If I was alive, that'd be fun. to watch.
But it's just fun to watch those replays too, like those.
And also,
games.
March Madness is arguably the greatest tournament
Yep.
format ever because you could win 30-something games and then you don't get a bye. You go in the first round. If you lose, you're done. You're done. The NBA, you get 7 chances.
Yeah,
it's
NBA is just confusing.
The season
it's
drags
hard to
on.
follow. Yeah.
The finals are in June when it's summer.
And also, teams in the NBA, they purposely make themselves bad to hopefully in the future make themselves
struggles.
the Bulls.
Yeah, good thing that the commissioner's trying to change that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then when we accidentally become good with Iowa Sumo in 2021, right? Was that the year?
Yeah.
We
trade him.
We just get rid of him immediately because we like to be bad.
All right. Well.
All right.
Time for your
So
hot take, Elias.
my hot take is pretty much a basic one. I think school pizza. All right, when we serve school pizza, it's either really good or terrible. There's no in between.
I think the elementary school pizza was the best. The square pizza.
No, not the square pizza.
Square pizza.
That it's pretty bad. No, that's why I'm saying or even at the high school, some pizza is really good, and then other pizza is terrible.
I like the Galaxy.
I've
pizzas.
never just had a mid pizza.
The Galaxy pizzas we have are pretty good.
The circle ones.
Yeah.
I haven't. Those ones they're okay. I like the ones that we have. That is it's the triangle. We get one slice, but it's cheese stuffed crust.
The quesadillas are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
But that was my hot take.
I think that's it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning into this podcast today. We had a good pod. Oh my gosh. This stupid thing.
You're making it harder on Coach Reeds.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, thank you for tuning into the podcast today. We had a good pod today and outro.
Hit the music!
It's countdown to launch, we're ready to